Habits are powerful. They're the invisible architecture of our lives. From the moment you wake up, the way you brush your teeth, how you check your phone, even how you respond to stress, all of it is shaped by habits. Charles Duhigg's book, The Power of Habit, takes us on a journey to understand why habits exist, how they work, and how we can change them. Every habit, no matter how simple or complex, follows the same three-part loop. First comes the cue, the trigger. This could be the sound of your alarm, a feeling of boredom, or even a certain smell. Then comes the routine, the behavior itself. Maybe you reach for your phone, grab a snack, or light a cigarette. Finally, there's the reward, the satisfaction your brain craves. Over time, this loop becomes automatic. Your brain learns to expect the reward, and suddenly the habit feels natural. That's why it's so hard to quit. Your brain is literally wired for it. One powerful story Duhigg shares is about Eugene Pauly, a man who lost his memory due to a brain illness. He couldn't recall new information, not where he lived, not even his grandchildren's names. And yet, every day, he would get up, go for a walk around his block, and return home perfectly. How? His brain had formed habits. Even without memory, he was guided by cues, routines, and rewards. His story shows us that habits live deep inside us. They don't require conscious thought. They're like autopilot. But not all habits are equal. Some are more powerful than others. Duhigg calls them keystone habits. These habits spark a chain reaction, changing other behaviors along the way. Take exercise. People who start exercising regularly often begin eating healthier, sleeping better, and becoming more productive at work. It's not just about fitness, it's a ripple effect across their entire life. Or think about family dinners. Families that regularly eat together tend to have kids with better grades, stronger social skills, and healthier emotional lives. One small habit changes everything. Now, here's the key: you don't eliminate a habit, you replace it. The cue stays, the reward stays. But the routine, that's what you swap. For example, say you snack every afternoon at work. The cue is the clock hitting 3 p.m. The reward is a burst of energy or a break from boredom. Instead of grabbing chips, you could take a quick walk, drink tea, or chat with a colleague. Same cue, same reward, new routine. That's how you reshape habits. And it's not just individuals. Habits also shape organizations. Starbucks, for example, didn't just teach employees how to make coffee, they trained them in willpower habits. Workers were taught in advance how to handle stressful customers by using specific routines and phrases. Instead of reacting with frustration, they fell back on trained habits. The result was a culture of calm, consistent service, and one of the most successful companies in the world. Another powerful story is Paul O'Neill at Alcoa. When he became CEO, investors expected him to talk about profits, but he shocked them. His main priority was worker safety. By focusing on safety, a keystone habit, Alcoa transformed. Communication improved. Workers started reporting problems and fixing them. Efficiency skyrocketed, and profits soared beyond anyone's expectations. One habit reshaped an entire company. But there's one more ingredient: belief. Habits stick when we believe they can change. That's why support groups like Alcoholics Anonymous work. It's not just about routines, it's about faith, the belief that transformation is possible, especially when surrounded by a supportive community. Habits don't just shape people or companies, they shape entire movements. Take the Montgomery bus boycott. Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat, but it didn't stop there. Her community rallied because they had habits of church attendance, friendship, and social networks. These habits spread the boycott like wildfire. In the end, it wasn't just an act of protest, it was the social habits of thousands that created a civil rights movement. So, what does this mean for us? It means our lives are not the sum of big decisions, but of small daily habits. The way we wake up, how we spend our afternoons, the routines we run when stressed, these shape who we are becoming. And the best part? Habits aren't destiny, they're patterns we can rewrite. By understanding the habit loop, by identifying keystone habits, and by believing in change, we can rebuild ourselves.